and Consumer Services and University of Florida are partnering to provide this on-site preparation service for free. Our team of produce safety experts offer individualized support to make sure your operation meets the regulatory requirements. Contact us to help prepare your farm today. Request your free visit at www.fdacs.gov/OFRR. That's www.fdacs.gov/OFRR.
They say farming isn't a career, it's a way of life. While the work is rewarding, the daily stresses can be both physically and emotionally demanding. Sadly, 50% of farmers say it's difficult to access therapy or counseling in their community. Our 24-hour helpline changes that. Call 211 or text FARM-FL to 898-211. You don't have to deal with stress or anxiety alone. Learn more at 211.org.
Talk about pollinators often revolves around honeybees, which makes sense because they do the majority of the work. But there are a number of other pollinators as well, and National Pollinator Week also celebrates them. In addition to bees, there are bats, butterflies, birds, flies, beetles, moths, wasps, and small mammals that all help carry pollen from one plant to another. In fact, these insects and animals are responsible for pollinating somewhere between 75 and 95% of all the flowering plants on Earth, according to the Pollinator Partnership. Many pollinator populations are in decline, and the biggest reason is a loss of feeding and nesting habitats. They say farmers and everyone else can help pollinators by planting habitat areas with plants that help keep pollinators fed and healthy. I'm Sabrina Halverson for the Southeast AgNet.
Unbeatable prices and events are popping up everywhere at Rural King. Like an antique steel fire pit for just $49.98. Or your choice of 27-foot tie-down ratchet straps, just $7.99 a piece. And don't miss taking a spin on the baddest mowers at our Lawn Mower Rodeo, Saturday, June 18th from 10 till 2. Must be 16 or older to ride. Shop now at RuralKing.com or your neighborhood Rural King, America's farm and home store.
When it really counts, depend on the source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
We'll have a mix of clouds and sunshine today with a heavy thunderstorm this afternoon, high 94 to 98. Then look for a thunderstorm around this evening, otherwise cloudy most of the time with a low 73 to 75. We'll have some sunshine on Saturday, then turning cloudy with a couple of showers and heavy thunderstorms in the afternoon, which can bring flash flooding and damaging wind gusts, high 87 to 90. Thunderstorms in the afternoon Sunday. From Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
Blockers Furniture is having their huge Independence Day 4th of July sale. We're talking an 80,000 square foot showroom full of savings. Beautiful sectionals starting as low as $19 per month. Check out the Dunwell Power Headrest Sofa with savings up to $200. You can save up to $600 on select queen storage bed with dresser and mirror sets. And right now during Blockers Furniture Independence Day 4th of July sale, mattresses start at just $3.99. And all outdoor furniture and accessories 25% off. Blockers Furniture, 2402 Southwest College Road, Ocala. See store for complete offer details.
This hour of Ocala Talks is brought to you in part by Blockers Furniture. Go see all their specials at blockersfurniture.com.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. On a Friday, it is the beginning of hour number 3. We are just an hour away from wrapping this week's shows up. That means if we're hour number 3, it must be time for...
For your hearing pleasure, Dumb Crook News.
That's right. It's time for Dumb Crook News. Joining us on the phone line this Friday, as she does every Friday for Dumb Crook News, Susan Schmitz. Good morning.
Good morning, my love.
I got to be honest. Susan put this list together. I was a little behind this morning, so my lovely wife put this list of dumb crooks together. She may be
the list and Blazing Saddles. I mean, I think I'm running the show today.
She may be a little better at this than me, folks. Just saying. Just saying. All while running Just Shipped, her own company, by the way. Hey, so let's start right away with a dummy. Glasgow, Scotland. A man went into a bookmaker, a legalized betting sports betting operation. He went in and revealed he had a weapon covered in a black sock. He told a female worker, "I want cash." Well, she refused, the moron, because she saw the weapon right away. He was quickly pinned down by an off-duty police officer that was on staff there at the bookmaking facility. He screamed, I'm joking, but am I going to go to jail for this?" He was jailed by the High Court in Glasgow after he admitted to assault with intent to rob. But why does this make him even dumber than the story tells you? Remember we said the weapon was covered in a black sock? Yeah, this moron went in using a cucumber as a gun. Now, I've seen cucumbers used in a lot of sticky situations. But none as a gun.
As a gun?
None as a gun trying to rob people. Never seen somebody go in and say, "Here's my cucumber, this is a stick-up." Because you would get thrown out or arrested.
You got to give it to that lady. She's just like, no, I'm not giving you any money.
I'm not giving you any money. And then he asked the cops, "Am I going to go to jail for this?" Are you happy you're going to jail, or is that a cucumber in your pocket? Dumb crook. James Allen. This one is in Abingdon, Oxfordshire, so it's in England. James Allen tried to hold up a news agent. He was captured on CCTV removing his face mask. He then crashed a drink display, all while trying to escape. But he couldn't. The woman he tried to rob from, with a toy gun no less, had to come help him leave the building. He had tried to rob the same place 10 days earlier. He's been sentenced to 3 years in prison, 2 years for possession of a firearm or imitation firearm. Toy gun, remember. But that's not what makes him the dumb crook. He falls over a drink display. He removes his face mask on camera, falls over a drink display, and then can't escape. The woman has to come help him get out of the building. She comes and opens the door for him to leave, the woman he tried to rob. Do you know why? Because he was pushing the door instead of pulling it open. I mean, and then she, to the point where she had to come help him. Don't, when you push it the first time and it doesn't move, doesn't the natural thing, okay, I'll try to pull. He's steadily pushing. The woman comes, hey, moron, this is how you get out. And she opens the door for him so he can then run away. He was apprehended. He was sentenced to 3 years in prison, 2 years for possession of a firearm. Even though it wasn't a firearm, it was a toy gun. But
yeah, I'm sure there was a sign on the door too, because they usually have
pull, yes.
Push and pull.
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 Yeah, what's that meme? The Mensa meme, entrance to Mensa, and it's a kid pushing the door. It says pull right there on the door. They turned that into a Herschel. A lot of Florida fans turned that into a Herschel Walker meme back in the early '80s. Trying to get in the University of Georgia. Pull was on the door, and he's pushing. So, but none of them, neither one of those dumb crooks are as dumb as these morons. I mean, this is epic stupidity, what this is. 2 criminals attempted to open an ATM machine. They successfully melted through the heavy metal frame surrounding the cash and were inches away from success. However, they reached a pile of money they were after. They finally got in there. They used a blowtorch. They had the blowtorch, and they melted the surrounding metal frame around the cash. They got to the money. They were ready to get their pile of money. Except the idiot didn't turn off the blowtorch, set all the money on fire.
all of it.
These morons mistakenly set fire to the entire pile of money.
For not turning off their blowtorch.
I mean, they came with the right tools to open the ATM. They had the blowtorch. They successfully melted through the heavy metal frame. They were inches away from success, and the guy reached in with the hand with the blowtorch in it to try to get the money, set it all on fire. How dumb do you got to be that you set all the money on fire?
On fire. And then, insult to injury, they get caught.
Oh, yeah. So now they have nothing but a criminal record. No money and a criminal record. What are you in here for? Well, I assaulted a guy, beat him up in a bar. What are you in here for? Well, I ran a chop shop with the mob. What are you in here for? I set all the money I was trying to steal out of an ATM on fire. Guess who's the dummy in that group?
Yeah.
I'm watching here as we're talking about dumb crook news, and it's something completely unrelated. There seems to be a field trip of young students going to the airport. They're all walking out on the tarmac with adult supervision and everything. Probably about 30 kids around the age of 11 or 12 years old. Big field trip here to the airport. So hopefully they'll do something cool like land a helicopter right in front of them or something like that. Let's hope. Yeah. But that's dumb crook news the first half, but you know what we got. We still got Florida man coming. We got Citrus County. We where's this one? Palm Beach County. And where's the other third one? Oh, Orlando. Yeah. Orlando. So we got Lake County. The Lake County Sheriff's Office was part of it. So Palm Beach, Lake, and Citrus. So two counties right next to us. Two counties right next to us. All of that yet to come in Florida Man Dumb Crook News. After this timeout, you're listening to 1370 AM, 96.3 FM. You're listening to WOCA, The Source.
Nirvana Medical Spa is Ocala's premier medical spa, home to a variety of non-invasive corrective laser treatments and facials. Besides filler, neurotoxin, laser hair, we offer PRP, tattoo removal, body contouring, vaginal rejuvenation, urinary incontinence, and men's sexual health. Become a better, brighter, happier you at Nirvana Medical Spa.
You're getting ready to move and you work hard. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. You need pros. Trained professional moving experts to do the heavy lifting for you. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. They care about your things as much as you do, and they do it fast and right. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. Visit twomeninatruck.com and get moving.
Two Men in a Truck.
Do you suffer from joint pain or anxiety? Natural Life CBD Kratom and Kava can help. Our CBD certified associates will consult with you. Chocolate, gummies, CBD oil. We have Delta 8 products with quality you can trust, all held to the highest standard. Natural Life has 2 locations to serve you, open 7 days a week, located in the S-Curve and in the Heathbrook Shopping Plaza. Give them a call at 352-355-3040. And if you stop in and tell them you heard it on WOCA, you'll receive 20% off your purchase at Natural Life CBD Kratom and Kava.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, less proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
The Ocala Golf Club, one of Ocala's premier golf courses, from its pristine 18-hole course layout to its amazing pro shop. Jason Linhart and the staff at Ocala Golf offer everything that you need for your golf outing. That's the Ocala Golf Club. Experience country club style golf at municipal prices. You won't go wrong with the Ocala Golf Club. Call them for a tee time today, 352-401-6917.
Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA. 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention, and God bless America.
Folks, now listen to this, because it may be hard to believe. Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens is having a 50% off sale on practically everything in their huge 5.5-acre store right now at the beginning of the summer growing season. You name it. It's probably marked down by 1/2, 50% off during this sale. I'm talking camellias and azaleas and roses, gardenias, shrubs, herbs, and citrus. I'm talking about crepe myrtles, flowering vines and shrubs, hanging baskets. I'm talking about hundreds of items in their outdoor garden display, too much to name here. Practically nothing is being held back. It's your one best chance of the year to stock up, really stock up for the growing season. See the ad at bobwinescamelliagardens.net, then hurry on over to Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, Southeast 38th Street, Ocala. They're open daily till 4, Saturdays till 3, keeping Ocala green and growing for 70 years.
Hey, did you know there's an Italian bakery in Ocala? Well, there is. It's the Magnolia Italian Bakery, where you can get the best Italian specialties. We have Italian and New York cheesecakes, fresh-made cannolis, cream puffs, eclairs, and even custom and gourmet cakes. We even serve hot and cold lunch daily. I suggest you try the Italian special number 3. We even cater big and small events. So call ahead, 352-207-2667. Visit the Magnolia Italian Bakery. Manja. God bless.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
Yep, we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.
Now you've done it. Have you lost your mind? He's back. And you're listening again. A legend in his own mind. Don't believe me? Just ask him. Here's Tom Schmitz live on WOCA. The Source.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. On a Friday, Susan Schmitz is on the phone with us. We're in the middle of our every Friday activity. It's called
For your hearing pleasure, Dumb Crook News.
We do have some breaking news. We'll get to that in a moment. But right now, back to Dumb Crook News. Florida man, Susan, are you there?
Florida man, yes I am.
Florida man, Citrus County, right near us. Police had no problem finding Mac Yearwood in Florida. He was one in connection with assaults. He uploaded his wanted poster on his Facebook profile. One of his friends commented, "Nice mugshot," to which he replied, "Thanks, buddy." He was still on the run. He was on the run at this time. The Stewart
Why
Police
would you use your mugshot?
I know. Stewart Police Department used his Facebook to track him down. He was arrested. Then the Stewart Police Department went and added insult to injury by going on their Facebook page and wrote, "Facebook is a great way to communicate and connect with old friends and family. If you're wanted by the police, it's probably not a good idea to use the Wanted of the Week poster of yourself as a profile pic."
It was exactly the wanted of the week. Can you help us track this person?
Yeah,
Why would somebody do that? Maybe he thought he looked good.
He changed that to his profile pic, and they were able to, through IP addresses and all, track him down and arrest him. Way to go, Mac Yearwood, you dumb crook. I'm glad the guy got arrested. I have nothing funny to say about that, except you're a moron. That's all there is. That's all there is. Okay, a Florida man was arrested Monday and charged with assault with a deadly weapon without intent to kill. Joshua James was Fish and Wildlife Conservation officials charged him with illegally possessing an animal and petty theft. Report says James drove his pickup truck to the window at about 1:20 a.m. Nothing good happens after midnight. We already said that. This according to a report written by Nicholas Guerin, the wildlife officer. When an employee handed James his drink, James tossed an animal through the window and sped off. No one was hurt. The animal was captured, released back in the wild. James was tracked down through video surveillance and a purchase at a neighborhood convenience store. He admitted to throwing the animal into the drive-through window. He said he found it on the side of the road and put it in his truck. James faces a third-degree felony charge of possessing the animal illegally. He could face up to 5 years in prison. He's ordered to stay clear of Wendy's to avoid possessing animals aside from his mother's dog and to undergo a mental health test. Why, you might ask? Is all that necessary? What animal did he throw through the drive-through window? A live 3.5-foot alligator through the drive-through window.
An alligator.
Not with his mouth taped or anything. An actual live, pissed off, by the way, alligator.
I have so many questions.
You know what I would, if I was an employee at Wendy's, deuces. Alligator comes in the window, I'm going out the window. Because you know this 3.5-foot alligator was not happy that he got picked up on the side of the road. He's being held hostage in his truck. Then he gets thrown through a window. That's an angry alligator.
That's an angry alligator. And for what? There's no reason given.
Yeah, he just drove up to get a drink and threw the alligator in the window.
They served him. They gave him his food or his drink. They handed his drink, and
he tossed an alligator through the window and sped off.
Here's your tip. It's an alligator.
Well, hope he doesn't bite you. He's been bitching at me to get him a Frosty. He's your problem now. Here you go.
But I love the fact that in his charges, it's illegal possession of an alligator.
Yeah, it's illegal possession of an alligator. Third-degree felony for possessing a reptile without a license.
Without a license.
And he's told, you got to stay clear of Wendy's. You can't go back to Wendy's.
You can't go back.
The mental health test. You think? And then finally, this dumb crook, I feel bad for the guy because we've all been there. Every one of us, especially me in the last year, I've been there. Okay? I've contemplated how the hell I could get out. Believe me. Fed up with waiting in a hospital, Dan, I can't even say his last name, Konitsky, was taken to hospital Tuesday night after his neighbor reported to be drunk and suicidal in his Lady Lake home. He waited 2 hours, still hadn't seen a doctor. He got frustrated. He wanted to go home. So he did. The deputy sheriff that went and got him, the Lake County Sheriff's Office, Sergeant Fred Jones, that went and arrested him, says it's one of the strangest things he's heard of in the 21 years he's been on the force in Lake County. The first time I've heard of it, you take him to the hospital because you're drunk, and now you're in jail because he wanted to go home, and he didn't have any way to go home, and he was drunk, so he stole an ambulance sitting in the emergency room, Sallyport. He stole the ambulance, parked it in his neighbor's driveway to get back at them, because he thought they had reported him to the police. So he gets to the hospital drunk, and now he goes and steals an ambulance to go back to the house. Luckily, no one was injured. There was no, not a drunk driving injury or wreck or anything. But, by the way, there was a time, and I will attest this, that I was in the emergency room at one of our local hospitals. I will not say the name of the hospital, Advent Health. And so I was in the hospital, and I won't say the name of, not Advent Health, ORMC, I won't say the name of the hospital, though. And I was in the emergency room. And it was during COVID where you weren't allowed in the emergency room with me.
Correct.
And they were working on me for about an hour, trying to get my heart rate under control and everything. And then somebody goes, has anybody given him a COVID test? They all look at each other, dumbfounded. They put their hands up in the air and back away from me. A nurse comes in with this probe that she scratches my brain with. You've all had the COVID test. You know what I'm talking about. 15 minutes later, she comes in. They're still working on me now. 15 minutes later, she goes, he's positive. Clear the room. They left like I was a leper. Right? Like I was a leper. And got my phone on high. And 3 hours later, I was still in that room with nobody coming to talk to me or anything. No doctors came in, no nurse. I was contemplating, there's a lot of paramedics out there. I bet some of those ambulances are just sitting out there unguarded. I could be back at the house, park it in my neighbor that I don't like. I park it in her yard. So I've been there, brother. I know what you were going through. And I was stone sober contemplating. So imagine a drunk guy contemplating it. Seems like a good idea. Otis Campbell rode a bull into town in Mayberry. Why can't I ride an ambulance? Dumb crook. Hey, that brings a close to another riveting edition of... Excuse me, I'm laughing about him stealing the ambulance. It just still makes me laugh. That brings a close to another riveting version of...
For your hearing pleasure, Dumb Crook News.
We'll take a break. We'll be back with breaking news after this timeout. Thanks, Susan. Talk to you soon.
All right, love you. Bye.
We'll be back after this timeout on WOCA, The Source.
Broadcasting from the Ocala International Airport, this is WOCA AM, W242CA FM, Ocala, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pry.
Air travel is struggling as carriers are having difficult time keeping their schedules. Nearly 8,000 flights this week were canceled in the United States. Allied Pilots Association spokesperson Dennis Tager says airlines are overbooking, leading to cancellations.
We are beyond exhausted. They are trying to get us to fly to the maximums that the FAA has. The bad news is it means a flight cancels. When you schedule the airline to the max, you're going to have failures.
The Senate on Thursday approved a bipartisan gun control bill, clearing the way for a final congressional approval of what will be lawmakers' most far-reaching response in decades to gun control. The $13 billion measure would toughen background checks for the youngest gun buyers and help government put in place red flag laws. That makes it easier for lawmakers to take guns away from citizens it deems unfit. USA Radio News.
Do you experience fatigue when you know you should have energy? One reason fatigue can occur is due to a lack of antioxidants in the body. This deficiency happens the older we get, or due to eating an unhealthy diet, or even due to exercise. Your body's number one antioxidant is glutathione. When your cells are depleted of glutathione, you will be fatigued, inflamed, possibly depressed, and may also feel pain. Empirical results indicate that consuming green meadow whey protein powder is the most effective means of increasing glutathione production. Green meadow whey supplies nature's richest source of the precursor to making making glutathione within the trillions of cells of your body. This protein strongly supports the cell's ability to make glutathione. Add to this that green meadow whey also supports immunity, energy, lean muscle development, fat loss, and has anti-cancer properties, and you have nature's most complete and strongest superfood. To order, go to bestwayprotein.net. That's BESTWHEY protein.net, or call 888-988-3325. That's 888-988-3325.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Join Gary and Don Crawford of Pinnacle Retirement Advisors for Retirement with Pinnacle, Saturday mornings at 9 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Don't miss Retirement with Pinnacle with Gary and Don Crawford, Saturday mornings at 9.